Listen up, you beautiful mad bunch. There's absolute chaos happening behind the scenes at our beloved Leeds United right now. And I'm about to drop THREE bombshells that will leave every single one of you speechless. We're talking about drama that could change everything about our season, and I mean everything. First up, there's a massive power struggle brewing that involves our gaffer and the man the board really wanted instead of him. Then we've got one of our supposed stars potentially heading for the exit door to join one of Europe's biggest clubs, and you'll never guess which keeper we're talking about. And finally, there's a heartbreaking twist involving a club legend who might just need our help more than ever before. Each of these stories is absolutely mental on its own, but when you put them all together, it paints a picture that'll have you questioning everything you thought you knew about what's happening at Thorpe Arch right now. So smash that like button if you're ready for the truth. D or OPA comment telling me what you think is coming. And don't forget to subscribe because you're going to want to be first in line for every single update as this madness unfolds. But here's the thing that's got me absolutely raging. Our manager is about to face his biggest test yet, and the man challenging him? Well, let's just say the board have been dreaming about this exact scenario for years. Right, Whites, here we go with the first absolute BOMB. Daniel Farke is about to face the biggest moment of his Leeds United career this Saturday. And it's not just about 3 points against Bournemouth, it's about proving that he deserves to be your manager. You want to know the truth? The board never wanted Farke in the first place. Parag Marad and the 49ers were absolutely obsessed with getting Andoni Iraola, the Bournemouth boss who we're facing this weekend. They tried TWICE to get this Spanish wizard, and both times he slipped through their fingers like sand. First time was back in 2023 when Jesse Marsch got the boot. The board were practically begging Iraola to save us, but he stayed loyal to Rayo Vallecano instead. What did we get? Javi Gracia and Big Sam on emergency contracts. And we all know how that disaster ended, straight down to the championship like a stone. Then summer 2023 came around, we're in the championship, and guess what? The board went crawling back to Iraola again. But once more, he said no, and they had to settle for their second choice, our Daniel Farke. Can you imagine how that must have felt for the German? Being told you're the backup plan, the consolation prize. But here's where it gets absolutely beautiful, Whites. Farke took that rejection, that disrespect, and he turned it into pure motivation. The man delivered what Iraola couldn't. He got us promoted back to where we belong. 110 games, 63 wins, and a ticket back to the Premier League promised land. Now the disrespect continues even after promotion. Word on the street is that Leeds already have a contingency plan to replace Farke if things go south. Can you believe that? The man just earned us promotion back to the top flight, and they're already planning his exit strategy. That's the kind of modern football ruthlessness that makes your blood boil. Some of our own fans wanted him sacked before the season even started. Despite our decent start with 7 points from 5 games, there are still whispers and rumors about his incompetence. The pressure is mounting from every direction. And Saturday's clash with Bournemouth could be make or break. Now Saturday comes around, and it's like fate has written the perfect script. Farke finally gets to lock horns with the man who was supposed to be sitting in his dugout. This isn't just Leeds versus Bournemouth. This is Farke's chance to look Marad straight in the eye and say you picked the wrong man. But wait, there's something even more infuriating coming your way. Hold on to your scarves, because this next revelation will blow your minds. While Farke's fighting for respect, one of our supposed world-class players is plotting his escape to one of the biggest clubs in world football. Illan Meslier, remember him? The French keeper who Farke once hailed as absolutely world-class. Well, he's now our third-choice goalkeeper. And Inter Milan are circling like vultures ready to swoop in January. Can you believe this madness? We've got Lucas Perry as number 1, Carl Darlow covering when he's injured, and Meslier, he's sitting on the bench like a forgotten relic. After 5 years at Elland Road, 5 years of being our last line of defense through relegation battles and promotion glory, he's been cast aside like yesterday's newspaper. The Brazilian Puri was Farke's big summer signing to upgrade between the sticks, and the 27-year-old was brought in specifically to be our number 1. But when he got injured, it was Darlow who got the call, not Meslier. That tells you everything about where the Frenchman stands in the pecking order right now. The Italian giants are ready to offer him a lifeline at the San Siro, and honestly, part of me thinks good luck to the lad. He's gone from hero to zero faster than you can say goalkeeping error. And let's be brutally honest here, We've all seen those mistakes that cost us crucial points. But here's what's driving me absolutely mental. Fark called this keeper world class not that long ago, and now he won't even trust him in a Premier League match. Either Fark's judgment was completely off, or something's gone seriously wrong behind the scenes. The reports from Italy suggest that Christian Chivu's Inter side might turn to Meslier in January as second choice if they decide to move on from Jan Sommer. That's a massive step up for a keeper who can't even get on our bench right now. Inter aren't the only ones sniffing around either. Rangers, Roma, Fiorentina, Como, and even Lorient are all interested. When that many clubs want your third choice keeper, you know something's not adding up at Elland Road. The most twisted part, Meslier shares an agent with Inter's Eni Dife, which could make this transfer smoother than a Bielsa passing move. We might lose a keeper who once looked like our future for potentially nothing, all because he fell out of favor so dramatically. But if you think that's the end of our drama, think again, because the final story will absolutely break your heart. Right then, Whites, prepare yourselves for the most emotional punch in the gut of them all. Patrick Bamford, our beloved former striker, our championship hero, the man who scored 17 Premier League goals for us, he's stuck in footballing limbo and desperately needs our help. Remember those magical moments? That incredible hat trick at Aston Villa? The goals that fired us to Premier League survival? Well, right now, Bamford is sitting at home as a free agent after his move to Getafe completely collapsed. The 32-year-old striker left Leeds in August after mutual discussions about his future, with his contract terminated by agreement. 8 seasons at Elland Road, key in getting us to the Premier League in 2020. But ultimately the club couldn't rely on his goal scoring or his availability through injury anymore. He was literally ready to fly to Spain to seal the Getafe deal. The man had his bags packed, probably learning Spanish phrases, dreaming of La Liga football. And then boom, the rug gets pulled from under his feet completely. The Spanish club's sporting director Tony Munoz basically slammed the door in his face, saying Bamford isn't here. There's nothing at the moment. We're looking at more forwards. Can you imagine hearing those words after thinking you'd found your next chapter? After 8 years of giving everything to Leeds United, this is where our legend finds himself. According to Marca, Getafe are now considering other striker options completely, leaving Bamford high and dry without a club. The man who signed for us for £7 million back in July 2018, who scored 60 goals in just over 100 appearances, is now desperately searching for his next opportunity. Here's what's killing me inside. While Bamford is desperately searching for a club, training on his own, trying to keep fit and relevant, we could throw him a lifeline, not a playing contract, because let's be honest, we've moved on with better options up front. But we could let him train at Thorpe Arch, keep him match ready, show the football world that Leeds United never forget their heroes. This man scored 60 goals in over 100 appearances for us. He was the focal point of our promotion campaign. He battled through injuries, criticism, and setbacks, always wearing the shirt with pride. And now when he needs support the most, when his career is hanging by a thread, we have the chance to show what Leeds United is really about. It would cost us virtually nothing. It would keep Bamford fit for when the right opportunity comes along. And it would send a message to every current player that this club takes care of its own. Imagine the goodwill, imagine the respect from football fans everywhere. The bottom line is this. Whites, we've got Fark fighting to prove he's better than the board's golden boy Iraola. Meslier heading for the exit to Inter Milan because he can't get a game. And Bamford desperately needing a helping hand from the club that made him a legend. 3 stories, 1 club, and a crossroads moment that could define what kind of organization Leeds United really is. Are we ruthless and cold, or do we remember where we came from and who helped us get here? Smash that like button if you think we should help Bamford. Drop a comment telling me if you think Fark can prove Marath wrong this Saturday. And subscribe because this Leeds United roller coaster never stops. And you don't want to miss a single twist. What do you think happens next, Whites? Can our German gaffer finally silence his doubters and prove he was the right choice all along? Marching on together.